Okay, I'm live streaming on Facebook right now. So now what I'm going to do is make it so I can share my screen, not my tablet. There we go. And I'm trying this. I'm still doing a quick look on Facebook. Double checking to see streaming and awesome. Well, I just got through drawing lamps here, and I think I'll add a little bit of a goatee underneath his chin there. There's Tom Llewellyn. And I think what I'll do is go ahead and do the tint on them for the shadows. Unlocking that layer, locking. I'm going to select the black. There we go. This should give some nice depth. To Lance and Tom. I'm going to color a fair part of his shadow because his poster is covering him up a little bit. Yeah. And this is an actual design of one of their beautiful ankle posters. Now, I don't have this dog. And I'm trying to remember if the dog is actually blue or if it was printed red. I'm going to have to go back and double check. I'm pretty sure it was printed blue. So I was watching an old horror movie last night. Had Vincent Price in it, which is one of the main reasons I was watching it, because I'm a huge Vincent Price fan. And it was one of the Edgar Allan Poe ones, but it was the oblong box, and it was quite possibly the worst one of the series. And well, that wrinkle just emphasizes his belly. I don't need to emphasize his belly. Now, the original Edgar Allan Poe story of the oblong box was really quite good and well worth a dream and tale of madness and fear. And about the only thing it had in common with this movie was the title. However, the movie back in the day did quite well at the box office and actually led to others of the same variety featuring many of the same actors. I am trying to remember the name of the actress who was in this movie and also in The Witchfinder General. Oh, it's bugging me now. And the thing is, she died last year, and she's been kind of fighting off illnesses. And she was in her 70s, I think. And then she got COVID. Which is Hillary Heath. That's her name. So she starred in a number of movies with Vincent Price, playing at various times his wife, his daughter, and let's see, I think and Vincent told her one time that if she ever ended up playing his mother, he would marry her. So I think he did that as a joke. And I think it was in this movie she played his wife. Well, they got married. That's for sure. The movie was, which was fairly typical of the day, is when they showed blood, it was this opaque red as paint, about as brilliant red as you could get. It just bounced off the screen. It was a shocking red, but it was, completely no translucency to it at all. It was as obvious as anything that it was paint. And I think that's one of the reasons British censorship on gore and horror was pretty extreme for many years. And every time some little kid committed a very violent crime and blamed it on the movies, it just reinforced all the stereotypes. But I think that common sense has prevailed. People realizing, a movie's just a movie. Now I'm going to have to go in and give Tom a bit more of a grizzled look, because he's kind of been sporting more of a 3-day beard look these days. So that's well, I'm going to give that's a little bit of a shadow underneath his mustache. There we go. And let's see, as long as I'm over here, I might as well go in and shade in Stan. Oh, I should be looking up to see if I got any comments. Hello, Daryl. Oh, Daryl typed in Hillary Heath. Oh my God. You know, you were faster on the ball than I was, Daryl. Daryl reminds, I'm reminded that I have been missing a lot of my Knights of Pythian meetings on Monday. I was such a regular attender online for a while, and then suddenly my Monday schedule switched around a little bit on me, and I haven't been making it to hanging out with the guys. Hope you're doing okay, Daryl. This is actually meant to be my friend Chris Cruz. He's a young guy. So everybody's a young guy anymore, seems to me. He's got this wonderful long hair and wears this cap. Got a square brim on it. Daryl says, thanks for thinking of him in the lodge. I really miss meeting in person at the lodge. Daryl and I belong to the Knights of Pythias, which has been pretty active online, more so than some of my other organizations that I belong to. I'm really quite pleased. Sometimes we review some of the history of the group. Other times we just get online and play games. We were playing Cards Against Humanity for the longest time, and now we've been doing drawing games, like using a website called Drawosaurus. Just having great fun. I'm trying to draw Chris with a cute butt. And going to do the same things I've been doing a lot on these pants and make them sort of like jeans with pockets. That's a nice little feature. Drawing some shadows. Now you may have noticed I haven't drawn any shadows on the sidewalk yet, and I'm holding off on that, on doing that, because I might go. You see this, the lines, those are currently the gray that I'm using. So if I do gray on this layer, if I put in a shadow like this, suddenly those lines disappear, and I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is do another layer with the shadows, but I'm limited because of the size of this image to no more than 5 layers. So I have to work at this in stages. Oh, I apparently was not done. Just adding some shadows on the camera gear. And so as long as I'm here, one of my other friends. I have her holding a camera, but she also does collages. I think I might have to go in and change her hair. I think it's a little too green looking. And I know some of you are looking and kind of wondering, why aren't you drawing their pupils? Well, I want, let's say that I have Chris's eyes and I draw them like this. Well, obviously, then they are looking at that right there on the video camera. But maybe I want to have him looking farther ahead at where he's going. Or maybe I want to shift his eyes to have them looking just a little bit. And I want him to be looking at Lonnie here. So you got, when you're in a crowd, where the eyes are looking, it's going to make a big difference. Right now, I'm just going to add in shadows. Daryl says he's amazed at how much information is on this book. Yeah, there's a lot of detail. I'm really hoping that I can make these puzzles so they're a little bit more cost effective for people, so that people can actually go online and buy them if they wanted to. But right now, the price point is going to be like at $60 each. That's a bit much for a puzzle. I don't know. If it's got a picture of you in it, it might be worth it. Okay, so I'm going to add a shadow. This ridge line. I'm sure Daryl who has lived in Tacoma just as long as I have, maybe longer, will recognize a lot of these art projects because we hang around in the same type of crowd. More detail on that cutter. Okay, and I've added shading. A lot of folks still haven't done it on this guy yet. Oh, as you can see, I might as well just go ahead and add the shading onto them because the nice thing about this is if I do decide to make this suit something other than white, it's not going to, this shadow layer is not going to affect it at all. And these shadows are adding a lot more detail. Now these boots in real life and the gloves in real life were black and the outfits were white. But in the final composition, those were not just working well. And I might give them a light blue, that sort of like that Scrubs Hazmat look. Let's go in on this guy. Oops, no, not him. I'm really enjoying this drawing. This project has been such a blast to work on. I love drawing horrendous amounts of detail. And it's something I typically leave off of my regular work because it's all about the profit margin. At some point, you have to say, okay, I'm going to stop drawing because if I draw more, yes, it's more fun, but I really need to stop working on this piece so I can, send in the invoice because I know I'm not going to get paid any more for the work. mean, there's adding value. And then there's just spending, and then there's spending time on the project because it's fun to do and you don't have anything else lined up. But the fact is, in this business, you have to be cruel with yourself and say, okay, I'm going to stop working on it at such a point. I've given it so many hours. That's going to be it. Which is why I'm really grateful to the Tacoma Artists Initiative Project, because it allows me to go in and do a project like this. Where I can just spend time doing stuff I really love. Daryl says, you gotta make a living. You don't want to draw unemployment. Oh, I should have seen that one coming. That hurt. Nothing like a dad joke to start out the day. So I'm just going ahead and doing some shading on Haley. Now, Haley typically wears dark clothes, but I might put her in something bright or purpley. She also tends to wear dark hose. Now, I had her wearing some bright red cowboy boots, just like Lonnie, because I know she has some. Once you know, gotta select the right layer. And let's see, what should I do next? Well, I got this really dark. This color is not black. As you can see, it's really more of a dark blue. As you can also see, somehow there's been this red highlight around this. We need to go through and get rid of that. It's a little detail that no one else would see, but the moment I see it, I have to fix it because it'll just nag at me. And I should probably wait because this type of thing comes in from doing a fill error. And I might be doing a lot more fill errors at the end. And the last part of this project is probably going to be me going in and fixing little details like that. But up here, I want to use the same color. Because I know this was a dark robe. And I'm trying to remember what the background was. And I'm going to give her some bright red lipstick, but I'll probably come back and soften that up to something a little bit more of a peach, depending on what I see. And I'll leave her hair white until I figure out just what. Oh, uh-oh. There is a line crossing over Nori's leg there. I'm going to go ahead and get my eraser. Why isn't this erasing? Okay, something's goofy. Oh, it is. It did erase there. And for some reason, that line also exists on this color layer. Probably happened when I did a merge somewhere. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh, I think I'll take this lime green from this tree, and I'm just going to change the hue of it a little bit, make it a little darker. And I'm going to start plopping that in as grass. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is double check to make sure that I have my line layer and my gray layer locked up. So now I'm back on my drop layer. Okay. So I've got that grassy green layer going up there. That's looking pretty good. Oh, looked like I had this green that I didn't finish before up in the tree. Oh, that's because I couldn't do just a quick drop. Because of something like that. You notice how when I did that, I got this secondary tone of green. It just dropped it over and moved over. I'm sure if I did a drop and then moved my mark, oh, that worked. Now I just have to go back in and why anti-aliasing. I'll just ignore it for now. Select all these little color. And we have some darker greens in the background, but I'll put this green here. And then I'll put a darker green over here. this is a good way of indicating that this is the green that I want to have right here. I have a photo of Nori someplace. So once I find that float, and I also have a photo of this picture. I may end up coloring the tint. I also need to color my friend's book. This is Russ Richards, and that's his book. Let's see. It's called the Ewok book. Yeah, won a prize for doing that book. I'm doing a quick search. Okay, here we go. Found his coloring for this. So we'll go in for start with this brown color, make it a little lighter. And what he did was I'm actually making this a little lighter than what he did. He had a lighter, yellower. There we go. And he had orange hood. Actually, it was a little darker than that. So I'm going to make it. And let's see, he had that, we'll put this dark blue inside the mouth. And let's see, he had a little bit of a blue highlight on the nose too, but I'm going to make that lighter. Okay, that's the cover. That's the cover of his book. That's his wife, Andalyn. Let's see, I had some. Where was the red lips? Here we go. When you select, that's sort of like the equivalent of an eyedropper tool. I'm just going to give some people their same tone of red lips. And then I come back and I'll fill that out more. Or I'll change the color. Okay, I'm looking for any more red lips I can color. Ah, here we go. Somehow I missed her skin tone. I'll add that. Grab that red again. Now, oh, more red lips. Here we go. Lots of them. Like on this Darcy, I know she doesn't wear lipstick that vibrant. So what I'm going to do is tone it down. There we go. And I want to give this lipstick a little bit more purple. Oh, I should finish off this bit of equipment. The first thing I want to do is go into the lock the color layer, go into the black layer, and there's a couple little dings here I want to fix. See how that's, why won't you let me fix those? Are those actually on the color layer again? They are. How did that happen? Strange. Well, let me finish coloring up this piece of equipment. I think I'm going to make it, oh, that gray is a little, that needs to be darker. And that's better. That's the right color I was looking for. And I'm going to go darker for the sides. And lighter for the top. That looks good to me. Yeah, I'm liking that. That looks pretty good. Well, I have someone trying to reach me on my phone. So that means it's time for me to stop coloring. And I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Ah, it's been fun drawing with you guys this morning. I'll probably draw with you some more tomorrow. Some probably between 10 or 11. That seems to be a good time for me to draw. I'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.